Hey, welcome to Spaz on Wheels. It's finally warm enough to take a bike out again. So that's what we're gonna do. So, let's get my helmet snapped together here because I forgot to do that. Hope everybody's enjoying the weather if they have good weather. We've been a little bit, now, what was it, a week ago? We were dealing with, what was it, like negative 15 degrees in the morning. So, today we are at 50 degrees right now. I am taking out my Harley. So, you'll see some ice on my driveway as I pull out here. Ooh, she's a little bit wet too. So, a little bumpy, a little slippery. Alright, yeah, see, a little bit of ice. But there's enough clear spots that we can get the bike out. And we'll have to go through a little bit of mud here, but that's alright. I've done worse. Alrighty. Woo. Been a while. Been a minute. Alright, well, helps if you zip your jacket up too, by the way. Let's see if I can remember how to ride a motorcycle. So I figured I'd take the time. It's gonna be a little windy right now because there's a bit of a wind, and I'm wearing my Ruroc helmet, which is a little bit more breathy, but it's the one that's set up for motovlogging right now. I gotta figure out my mount for my Icon. The Icon helmet that I have, which has that weird visor that goes down over the vent section on the front of the helmet. Probably do something similar to what I did here on the Ruroc helmet. I just gotta get another mount because I don't have one right now. It is a beautiful day out. Tomorrow I took the whole day off. Tomorrow is going to be a little bit warmer actually. We'll get into the 60s tomorrow here in Kansas. So we will enjoy the weather while we get it a little bit. We're coming out of a deep freeze like it was. I mean, we had snow on the ground until I think yesterday. It all finally, most of it went away. We have a little bit left, but hoping spring is coming a little bit warmer weather soon. I'll be dealing with a little bit of salt on the road because, you know, it hasn't rained since then. So, but I've never had a problem with dealing with salt. So, big thing if you're never from the north, if you're from the south, you never see salt. If you wash your bike, what do you think you'd want to do, right? You got salt over your bike, you want to wash it. The problem with water and salt is that it activates the salt immediately. So if you have chrome, it'll pit the chrome, your seals start going, all that stuff goes bad when you hit it with water. So if you wash it, the most important step to remember is to dry the heck out of your bike. You dry it, you're better off. I had a bunch of Harleys back in the day, fully chromed out, and I rode in the winter. I rode deep into the season usually, sometimes, you know, even through snow, on the road. But you just have to be careful and make sure you take care of it. I turned those bikes in, trade them in, they couldn't tell. There was no pitting in my chrome whatsoever. Wasn't leaking a drop of oil at all. So it was good. So my last video, I think what I'll talk about in this one is I think I'm going to talk about the new models of motorcycles from Indian and Harley, because Harley, of course, did their sort of launch event for 2021 virtually, and I paid attention to it. And I went through their website. I looked at all the different models, and really didn't see anything that really jumped out to me from the Harley lineup. Indian did their Chief launch. They haven't launched their other bikes. I think they're sort of spreading them out. It's a nice car. So they're going to spread theirs out a little bit. They got the Chief, which was their big announcement. And I really like the look of that bike. It does look like, you know, Harleys and Indians back in the day looked a lot alike anyways. The headdress was one of the biggest separators eventually. But the style of bike, stay there. Yes, there's motorcycles on the road now. And you know, they have some similar looks. That's reality. But the reality is a lot of the bikes look like each other back in the day. So I think that Chief looks like a Softail, and the Softail's been around for a long time, and I think the Bobber looks like a Softail Slim. It has almost the same wheels on it, I think. So really interesting. A little bit different geometry, different motor, of course. The big thing is the motor. And they're running that 111, 116 platform on the Chief. Harley's running their M10, their Milwaukee 8s, right? So you can get like a 114 in some of them, stuff like that. So I mean, there's definitely some stuff there. They've changed a few things here and there. I will say the one big thing for me, as somebody who's, you know, grew up in Wisconsin and lived in the Harley culture for a long time, the thing Harley has that I still don't necessarily think that Indians got is the fit and finish. They spend a lot of time, their paint department, like, their paints are off the charts at Harley. I mean, just stock paint is ridiculous. You can get so many cool colors, and you go into some of their, like, the special models or the CVOs, and you even get some really awesome other stuff that's even more top-notch. You get in the higher models like the special and that, you also just get some fit and finish on parts where, like, they did some painting, or they put a Harley logo somewhere that you just wouldn't expect. This is the one hill I have by me in Kansas, by the way. So this is about it, and then it's all flat again. So this is the pretty downhill slope out of my hometown here in Kansas. So yeah, I mean, Harley's finishing job is amazing. So I think a little different paint. I do like the flat colors on the Indians that they have, but Harley's had that for a while. They had denim colors. They call them denim. They call them shade in Indian. But when you get to the gloss paints and you get this, like, the speckle they put in, the gold flake and stuff, the silver flakes they put in their paints, just nothing can beat that. They do pretty good on their chrome as well. So I gotta tell you, I like them all. And now, I mean, I'm riding a Harley today. I've had an Indian. My wife now has that one. I have a Triumph Tiger. I already know what my next bike is going to be. My next bike will be the Indian Challenger. I just gotta get the financial situation figured out for it. But that is my plan, is to get myself an Indian Challenger in the same color, so I can ride next to my wife on the Chieftain, and they'll look awesome. Both dark horses. Just gotta come up with the money. So once the financial situation's there, I'll be good to go. So I'd like to get your thoughts. You know, is Harley just doing the same old to you? That's what it feels like to me. And Indians, not really. I mean, they added a new model to fill out their lineup a little bit. Most of the bikes are the same thing. The technology department's where Indian's doing some interesting things. I'm not seeing that same innovation in Harley anymore. They did once upon a time with the infotainment center, but I think Indian's got them beat right now with theirs. It's a much better experience from what I've had. I've had a Rushmore. I had a 14 and a 19 Ultra Limited. So I had the 108 or the 114, the 114M Milwaukee engine. You're gonna fall in front of me, UniFirst. I don't even know what you do, UniFirst. But I can tell you, you're the first person to pull out in front of me. Ha! Oh yeah, that's right, blinkers on both sides. That's the one big thing, man. You go back and forth between a Harley and other bikes, you're like, where's my blinker? The Harley system, much more intuitive. That lefty-righty on the left finger, or on left thumb only, is weird. Oh good, you're not gonna be in front of me. Sweet. Not taking the gravel road. This bike's not made for that. Man, I need to put a cam in this bike if I keep it. So, actually talking about that, this bike will probably go away. The Harley will probably go. I'd probably trade it or sell it to get the Challenger, because I really can't have all those bike payments. I'd rather swap a bike payment between bikes. So, that's sort of what I want to do. Because I want to have two different completely, I mean, they're all different style bikes. Like, this is different than my Tiger, and if I got the Bagger, it'd be different than this. Wouldn't be bad having, you know, the trifecta, but personally right now, just doing what I'm doing work-wise, and I just need to stay focused on getting financials where they need to be. All right, well, we're just gonna tool on around here for a little bit. Take a little. This is a lunch break for me. Just getting out on the bike during lunch. Get a nice little ride in. I think I asked the question, but if I didn't, I'm going to repeat it. I want to know what your thoughts are about the Harley lineup versus Indians lineup in 2021 currently. What are your thoughts? I mean, Harley is doing a rebuild. I'm personally not sold on the leadership. That's my opinion. It just doesn't feel to me like... And it might just be the times. Maybe it is the time and the change of the type of riders that are going to ride Harleys now versus what they were, you know. But with this, you know, with the coronavirus still raging on, the real question I guess everybody should ask themselves is, I mean, these things are freedom to me. And there's some countries I know where you can't even ride right now. And I'm sorry for you. I don't know what I'd do if I couldn't get out on my bike and just ride my bike because my country said no leisurely rides. Mental health wise, I don't know what I'd do. This is, I mean, it is my therapy. It is a form of therapy for me. My mind is here in my head and on this bike, and I've got to make sure that I stay up on two wheels. It's a beautiful thing. So I hope that you get to get out on your bike and ride if you can. If you don't have a bike, man, go get one. If you're just looking around watching moto vlogs and dreaming of a bike and you don't have one, just go buy one. You only live so long. You know, we were gonna wait until our kids were out of the house, but man, I'd be almost 50 years old by then, and that ain't gonna work. So we got them earlier. And we used to ride two up, and I made a comment. You know, if the bike goes down, we're both gone. So if we have two bikes, there's at least a chance that if somebody does something stupid or we have a problem, that we both don't go down. And she rides her own bike now too. We do too up every once in a while, but our kids are getting older. But I'm glad I did when I did. I started late in life. I didn't ride dirt bikes or anything when I was a kid. I literally only rode from 2010 on. So I've only got 11 years of riding in. Definitely feel pretty experienced now and having a great time at it. So I am a little crazy. I do stupid stuff on my motorcycles all the time. Never around other people because I'm not going to injure somebody else, and it's not my thing. If I hurt myself because I'm an idiot and I over throttle it on a turn and come off of it and lay my bike down, that's me. Get out there, ride. You know, be a spaz like me if you wanna. If you don't want, you just want to enjoy it and just slow roll. You can slow roll all day long too. I love and respect you all for that. But I'm gonna do silly things on motorcycles because it makes me feel alive, and I sometimes just need to feel good. That's reality. Oh, that Harley sound though. Oh. Crackle, crackle. I do love riding this bike. Still need T-bars on it. I feel like I could sit up more, it'd be better. And this bike needs a bath, really bad. It is filthy. I don't wash my bikes really. Uh-oh, tree work. Watch out for falling. Oh, one-lane road. Don't flag me down. Don't flag me down. What is this guy doing? Like he wanted to go to the other lane, thinking this lane was booked. Stay up there, Hawk. Whew. I think about hitting Hawks all the time around here because I see them all the time. Man, I couldn't imagine hitting one of those. Be taken out by a bird of prey. Alright, time to let this baby sing a little bit. I miss being on the bike. Hopefully, if you're this far into the video, you at least like listening to my words and having a conversation with me. I really hope you put some comments in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on those bikes, on what's out there in the market between Harley and Indian right now. There's some die-hard Harley guys that might rip on Indian. There's some Indian people that are going to rip on Harley. I think we need both bikes. I love them both. They're both American mades, both V-twins. We're starting to go into a modern era where we're going to start seeing more electric bikes and more liquid-cooled bikes. And the scene's going to change quite a bit. We need to figure out how to build a culture back up within the younger generations, so this stuff doesn't die out on us, because it's truly an experience. My family of motorcycle riders that I know, I mean, they are my family. It's an instant thing with majority of the people I run into on motorcycles. We immediately are family. We immediately want to take care of each other and tell each other our stories. And that's a type of family that you just, you don't get in very many other activities. Motorcycle culture is amazing. So, if you get a chance, please just take a bike out and try one out. Meanwhile, Siri may answer me. I'm not sure. That silly Siri went off. Alright. Well, I'm going to stop in a little bit. So, if you like my content, you like this stuff, at least, hit the like button, please. I'm going to try to get more content back out. I've been a little bit dry lately with just not mentally in a good spot and not being able to ride much. Content will be coming a little bit more frequently. Going to try to cover some more variety of topics. I've got some stuff around camping gear that I'm using that I'm going to use this season, and I'll go through that as well. But subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, and hit the bell if you want to be notified. Other than that, get on some wheels and spaz out.